Raglan, a cozy beach town in the Waikato region of New Zealand. Raglan holds a special place in my heart, as it was the very first town I visited for an adventure when I was fresh and just starting out in New Zealand. I was fortunate enough back then to be taken by an old flatmate to see this amazing waterfall. Memories of old classmates and the fun we had here are something I fondly remember as well. It was about time I revisited the place, and so our trip started by visiting the first waterfall I ever saw in New Zealand, Bridal Veil Falls. Even after visiting numerous other waterfalls, let me tell you man, this one still left me in awe. Looking back, I wasn't the adventurous type just yet. I remember feeling overwhelmed. Back then, the steps were so difficult and challenging. But now, those same steps, I wouldn't even consider them as the warm-up to the warm-up. What warmed my heart though is the realization that I have changed and become stronger. But some things never change, and I'm glad it's this waterfall. What a beauty. Everyone here is fortunate enough to see this waterfall from 3 different viewing platforms. Nostalgia, serenity, and gratefulness were what I felt when I was back here. I suppose I'm grateful for the old me for toughening everything out. And now I get to see the same place with a different lens and perspective on life. After the waterfalls, we had a lazy afternoon since the weather turned sour. Gray skies and heavy rain poured down on us. But nothing a classic kiwi pie couldn't fix. Nice and rainy. Steak and cheese is the name of the treat. Pair that with mango lassi and a dreary afternoon suddenly becomes just right. We didn't linger around the town much since we knew we had a big adventure the following day. We were planning to catch the sunrise on Mount Kareoi, an advanced tramping track that takes 6.5 hours to complete. If we were to catch the sunrise at 6 a.m., that meant we had to start climbing at around 2:30 a.m. to allow for some rest and stops. So, with no dilly-dallying, we prepared our dinner and the food we were going to take to the mountain. For dinner, steak, eggs with bread and salads. And for the mountain, sausage and egg sandwiches and some watermelon. With everything set, we hit the hay, and at 2 a.m., we had to wake up. Prepped and set off for the base of the mountain. At approximately 2:30 a.m., we arrived at the car park. We geared up and we began our climb. Yesterday's heavy rain turned the entire trail into a muddy mess. Barely 30 minutes in, my boots were already drenched. The steep terrain was challenging as it was, and soggy boots made it even tougher. So, we took a few breaks, enjoyed sandwiches and watermelon, and Shanae sang me a birthday song.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear babe, happy birthday to you.
Blow my...
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Blow my watermelon?
Yeah. Good birthday cake? Yeah.
As we pressed on, rain and strong winds joined us, and to make matters worse, thick fog rolled in. But we persisted, we were determined to reach the summit, scaling ladders, tackling a bit of rock climbing, and we just kept putting one foot in front of the other. As light started to break through, it dawned on us that there would be no sunrise for us. Some sun here. Only gray clouds. It would have been disappointing if I were not used to that. Thrice before, I've done long hikes only to be rewarded by gray clouds, and this hike became the 4th on the list. But the pride of reaching the summit and accomplishing something someone can't even imagine themselves doing is enough reward for both of us.
What are you drinking?
Cup of tea.
Oh, a cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Whose great idea was it to bring that?
Where's the fucking... There we go. There we go. What tea is this?
It is peppermint and chamomile.
Very nice. Very nice. Ooh, so good.
Still didn't ask the question.
Yours. It was your brilliant idea. On our way down though, the sky started to clear out and the views were pretty amazing. By the time the skies were all cleared, we reached the first viewpoint, which we initially skipped on our way to the summit. Here, we had some rest and enjoyed the rest of our food. As we continued our descent, we saw how truly rugged the track was. Mud everywhere, steep climbs, and the need for chains to assist our progress.
Babe, where's it going? Just straight up. I thought we were going down. What's this shit? Super steep and sludgy. Can't really see how steep it is, but it just keeps going.
Looking back, it's pretty wild that we did all of that in the dark, rain, and thick fog. So, kudos to us, I suppose. After a couple more hours, we then eventually met some people on their way to the summit, signifying that we were getting closer to the car park. And just 10 minutes after noon, we finally reached the car park. Oh! Finally! Oh! Ooh! Woohoo! Woohoo! High five!
High five.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
See, 4.3 kilometers.
4.3 kilometers. Here, we rested our weary legs and rewarded ourselves with the sight of the Tiroro Gorge. And with that, this story comes to an end. A story filled with nostalgia, recounting the life that feels like a century ago. Excitement from novelty in conquering another mountain. And the gratitude of celebrating another year on this earth with someone dear to my heart. A story that I will always remember.